Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sumit and I would like to welcome all of you in the series of Salesforce Lightning Flows tutorial. So in today's session, in today's video, I will be going to show you how to embed and use LWC component or Lightning Web components in Lightning Flows. So before we begin, don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel. And if you haven't pressed the bell icon yet, don't forget to press that so that you will get the latest update with the videos. So let's begin. So today we are going to discuss that how to use LWC in Lightning Flows in Salesforce. So by embedding LWCs in flows, Lightning Web component, it brings a whole new level of interactivity and customizations to your flows screen, enabling you to create more engaging and user-friendly experience. Not only we can embed the Lightning Web component on a flows, but we can pass the data to each other from flows to LWC and from LWCs to flows. So in order to begin this, so let's have a look. How do we do this? And in order to do this, we require two things. Number one, we need to create one LWC component for the flow purpose. And we'll be going to check it out whether that LWC component is capturing data and displaying the information, or we can perform some calculations once we pass the data from flows to LWC components. So let's begin, and let me switch to my Visual Studio Code. That's my Visual Studio Code. And what I'm going to do here, I will be going to create a new LWC component. And for this, right now we don't require any Apex class, any server-side controller class, any controller class. But as per the business requirement, if you feel like that we need an Apex control class, you can do that. So I'm going to simply create one LWC component. So I right-click, create Lightning Web component, and I'll give this name as flow to LWC. That's my flow name. So that's the JavaScript file for the flow. So let me design the HTML file. So this is my HTML, and in this HTML, I'm going to add Lightning card, and I set the title as flow to LWC example. I just add a division to this. Division. And in this division, I just add a class just to add the margin. So SLDSM around underscore medium. And here I will be going to add input fields. So I am going to add lightning input. So I just add lightning inputs, 3 lightning inputs I'm going to add. Lightning inputs. Number 1, I set label as account name. Type is equal to text. And I'm going to set the name as, let's say, name only, name as name. And the value which this field is going to store, that is name. And on change, I will be going to call a function. To know more about these on-chain events, the properties, the functions, the decorators, please go through my previous recordings. So here I just write here name change handler. So this is one lightning input. I need to create 3 input fields, one to capture account name, one for phone, and one for email. And let me change that. Account, or let's label this as, I just change it as phone number. Type is equal to phone. Name is equal to phone. Value is equal to phone. And this also I just changed as phone chain handler. And this one, I'll just label it as email ID. Type is equal to email. Name is equal to email. These are the properties which you need to set as on while working on the while working with the component. And the value which I'm going to store here is email, and the function will be email chain handler. That's all. We are not going to add any button onto this. And now it's time to set up the JavaScript. So I'm just going to customize the JavaScript, and in customize, I'm going to use API decorators. And as I've told you that in order to know more about the decorators, you can go through my previous videos in Salesforce Lightning Web Component Master Series. I will share the link in the description. So now I need to declare three properties which will be using your values, name, phone, and email. So I declare here three properties: @API name, @API phone, and @API email. And now I need to create three functions. So name chain handler. First is a name chain handler event. Then the second one is the phone change handler. So phone chain handler event. And the third one is the email chain handler. So I'll just say email chain handler event. And now I need to set the value. So how I'm going to set it? So I'll just set like this. Name is equal to event. Name is equal to event dot target dot value. API name. So as you can see, I set the value. This dot name is equal to event dot target dot value. This dot phone is equal to event dot target dot value, and this dot email is equal to event dot target dot values. That's all I have to do here. We are not going to perform any other functionality or any other operation. So, but it is as on required. It is also possible that we pass the data from flow to the LWC, and from LWC we can add the data into objects. So that operation is possible. Now, finally, the meta XML file. In this meta XML file, I set this to true, and I need to set the targets. Targets. So the first target is lightning flow screen. That's the place where I just wanted to deploy this component, and I need to set few targets configs. Target config, and the target is equal to lightning flow screen. So that's the location where we just wanted to targeting lightning configs. And here we set the properties. So property name is equal to name and type is equal to string. So this will help us to pass the data. And the next property I set, name is equal to email, type is equal to string. And the last one, property is equal to phone and type is equal to string. So I set the places, I set the locations where, I just the target locations and the configurations. And let's finally deploy this component onto Salesforce, onto our Salesforce org. So as you can see, my component has deployed successfully to my Salesforce org. Now let's switch to the Salesforce org and let's check it out that how do we embed this component in a flow. And in order to do this, let me refresh my platform first of all, and I will be going to create one flow. And I'll show you that how can we embed this in a flow. So let me open a flow. Let me create a flow. Flows, and I will be going to create a flow. So I click on new flow. I just click on new flow, screen flow. And I need to create a screen here. So I click on a screen. Let's say screen 1. I label it as screen 1. And I don't want header and I don't want footer because I just wanted to place my own flow. And the flow we are going to add flow to LWC. So you can see this is the flow. This is the custom flow which we created. So I drag and drop this flow. And I just label this as flow to LWC. And we have to set the value. So these are the fields. These are the you can say these emails, name and phone. These are the fields we have in our LWCs. So email, this will contains, okay. Now from where this field is going to get the value. So in order to do that, I'm going to create 3 input fields. And I'll show you that how do we pass the data from the input, from the screen components to flow. So text, email, and phone, and I'm going to arrange that and phone. And let me rearrange this flow at the here. Let's customize that. So I just label it as account name, make it required, email ID, label as email ID, and for phone, phone number, and I just set this as phone number. That's the label, so we can get. And now when I select flow to LWC, so we can map the values. So whatever values we type in the account name and email ID and phone, these values we would like to pass to the properties we have declared in our LWC components. And how do I do that? I select this I just select this flow to LWC component, email, and here this email will contain the email ID dot value, email ID dot value. Name, it contains the account name, and phone, it contains the account phone number dot, and click on done. That's all we have to do. Done. Let me save this, and I just write here flow to LWC. Save this, and we can activate it, or I can debug it. Let's activate this flow. And in order to test this flow, I'm going to add this flow on my application. So let me open my sales application. And in this sales application, I just edit the page. And we need to add a flow. This is the flow. We are not going to place a component because the component is not possible to place here now because the target we set only for the lightning stream flow. So therefore, here I will be going to add a flow. So I just drag and drop a flow here. As you can see, I just drag and drop a flow. And the flow name is flow to LWC. So I'll just change this to flow to LWC, flow to LWC, and save that. Back. And let's check it out. So you can see that's a flow and flow to this is our lightning component. When I start typing here Sumit, you can say account name, let's say AI Tech 1, email ID sumit.goyal@aitech1.com, and phone number. So as you can see, so right now we don't have any buttons to save this, but if we want, we can provide the buttons in order to save the data in an object. So what we are doing here, what we did, this is the flow. And from the flow, we pass the data to the LWC component. And this is the communication between flow and LWC. And then from the LWC, we can perform an action. Once the data gets stored into the property LWC components, we can perform any operation. So that's all in this video. Very soon, I will be going to come up with a next video. And in the next video, we'll be going to see that how do we pass the data from LWC to flow. So here the data is transferring from flow to LWC. But in the next session, we'll be going to see that how do we transfer the data from LWC to flow. So that we will be going to discuss in our next video. That's all for the day. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice day. Bye.